Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Please hit that subscribe button if you have not. So on today's video, we're going to be doing a makeup transformation, and I'm starting off by using this Maybelline Fit Me finishing powder, and this is because I have a very oily brow area, and using the brow pencil on the oily area becomes very hard, so I first have to minimize the oils around that area by using a powder. I can use either a finishing powder or a loose powder. And then to draw my brows, I'm using Air Woman in the number 001, and I'm just following the exact shape of my eyebrows. And to fill in, I am going to fill in with Davis number 003 eyebrow pencil, and I'm being very gentle and light on this one. And then I'm going to be using this Maybelline brow gel around the front part, and this is because I have very scarce eyebrows, especially around the front part, and this product is just amazing for people with scarce eyebrows, and it just makes them look a bit natural. It doesn't look like way too exaggerated, so that's why I'm actually using it. Like, this product is really amazing, especially for people who have scarce eyebrows. And then to clean up, I'm going to be using this Legal Pro concealer. This is in the shade Fawn, and I'm just using it slightly below where I drew my brows. And then before the concealer dries, because the concealer dries very fast, I blend it in, because if it dries before I blend it, it becomes very hard to blend it. So I'm just blending it before it dries up. And then on the top part, I'm just going to be using a foundation, and the foundation I'm using is Zaron foundation in the shade FZ45. So this shade is the same one that I'm going to be using on my skin, so it becomes very easy to blend when it comes to blending, and that's why I'm using it. And then to prep my eyelids for eyeshadow, I'm going to be using a Legal Pro concealer, and this one is in the shade Cool Tan. You can also use an eyeshadow primer if you have it, but since I don't, I'm just going to be using this Legal concealer, which works also very nice. And then I'm going to be applying this eyeshadow shade, this from the Morphe 35V, and then this shade still from the same palette, and I'm using a fluffy brush. And I don't hold my brush way too low, because when you hold it way too low, it doesn't give you a lot of control on how much product you want and where you actually want it to go. So I'm just using holding it a bit higher. And then I'm going to be applying concealer to draw a kind of a cut crease, not like a clean cut crease. And I'm using a Legal Pro concealer in the shade Fawn. And then I'm going to be using this shade. This is still from the Morphe eyeshadow palette 35V that I was using. And using the same brush that I was using to draw the cut crease, I'm going to apply this matte shade exactly where I drew that cut crease. This is very easy, very easy, because you're just concentrating it around the area where you drew that cut crease. So apply as I blend, apply as I blend, apply as I blend. And for eyeliner, this is what I'm going to be using, and I'm just using it close to my lash line, very close to my lash line as possible. I don't want anything dramatic. I don't want a dramatic wing eye. I just want something very simple and easy to achieve. And it's skin time. I'm starting off by using this La Roche-Posay sunscreen. I really love it because it doesn't have any wet cast. I really love it. And then I'm going to be using this Zaron FZ45. as my foundation of the day. And for you to apply a foundation using a beauty blender or a beauty sponge, please, you have to ensure that that beauty blender is damp. It has to be damp. You can't use a dry beauty blender. It will give you a lot of harsh lines. It won't blend that well. So always ensure that the beauty blender or the beauty sponge that you're using is damp first. And then to highlight, I'm going to be using this Eyebrow Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Fawn. And when you're applying your foundation around your under eye, always ensure that you've not applied too much product, because you'll end up creasing and you don't want to crease around your under eye. So please don't apply too much product. Just use a full coverage concealer, because that will cover everything that you want covered. So don't apply too much foundation around that area. And then blend, give it some time. I actually did give it some time. It's just that it's edited, so you can see that I actually took some time. So take some time and then blend it, because that will give you a better coverage. So don't apply and then immediately go in with blending. No, just apply, give it a little bit of time to give you, so that it can give you a better coverage, and then you can go ahead and blend. And when you're blending around your under eye, always look up. Yes, always look up. Otherwise, creasing will be there, and you don't want that. So blend, 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 blend. And then use this Eyebrow Pro finishing powder. This is just to set all the highlighted areas everywhere that I went in with a concealer. I'm going to be using this finishing powder to actually set it. Then use, this is a lighter shade of Fit Me finishing powder, and I'm using it just to make this area brighter. And I don't love using a lot of tools, because using few tools makes blending easier. So I'm still using the same beauty sponge that I was actually using. And then I'm going to contour. So to contour, I'm using a darker shade of Fit Me finishing powder that is in the shade Espresso. And do that on the other side still. And then after that, I'm just going to reverse contour, and I'm using the Eyebrow finishing powder that I was using. And I saw this hack of just raising your cheeks, like the cheekbone, raising it, and just exactly the same way that I've actually done it. So I decided to try it, and I love it. I have big cheeks already. I think that with people who don't have big cheeks, like that can work really, really well with them. And then for my lips, I'm just going to be using these red lippy. This is by Maybelline. I'll leave the names on the description box or pin a comment, so check that out to see which shades I actually used. I've never come across, like, Maybelline don't have a red lippy, so I'm actually thinking of getting another lippy, probably Joanna Kinothia's one, which is I love it, or the Milani. So the Milani is the one that I'm using. This is in the shade Amore, but I feel like it's not as red as I would wish it to be, but I really love it. Yes, don't get me wrong, I really love it, but I want a red, a screaming red. And then I'm going to set that makeup using this Long Lasting Fix by Maybelline setting spray, and then go in with my sponge, ensure that setting spray has gotten into my skin, like it's in there. And then I'm going to be using this as a bronzer to bring some warmth on my face, and then use this as a blush. And I love this palette. You can use it in so many ways. It's just that it doesn't have the highlight. The highlighter I'm using right now is e.l.f. highlighter. So the palette, the Zulu by Juvia's eyeshadow palette, the one that I've used, actually has also a nice highlighting shade, but unfortunately mine dropped and it did break. So yeah, I'm using this one, but if it was there, I would have actually used it. But I love this highlighter by e.l.f. I really love it. So I'm now going to contour my nose, and I'm using Espresso by Maybelline Fit Me to contour my nose. This is the same contour that I've actually used on my face. And on the bridge of my nose, I'm still using this e.l.f. highlighter to highlight, and then use Air Woman eyebrow pencil on my lower waterline, Maybelline mascara first before I go in with some lashes. And this is the final look, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Please hit that subscribe button, support your girl, and see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys. I love you all. Thank you for the support. Yeah, see you on the next one.